from Baltimore, Maryland tonight joining us. Hope y'all had a great Thursday. It is Thursday night, Friday Eve. Hey, 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 welcome, welcome. All right. Block105.com. We have the talented Micah Smith all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. There we go.
Hey,
What's up?
nothing. Great. All is well. Chilling.
We're glad to have you.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having
Yes, yes. All right, guys. All right. Sorry for that technical situation, but we're here. Block105.com. We have the talented Micah Smith from Baltimore, Maryland.
me.
We are so happy to have you tonight.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
All right, y'all. Thank y'all for joining us once again. If you just tuned in, it's Inspector Rose here at the Block105.com, and we have the talented Mr. Micah Smith. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm cool. All is well. Fresh out
Awesome.
of one meeting to the next, into the next.
Yeah. Yes,
Really,
yes. So it's the new
really.
year, y'all. It's 2024. We made it by the grace of God. Hallelujah.
Mhm.
To a brand new year and a year of blessing, year of overflow, year of increase. And we're glad to have you here today. Before I start, Mike is one of my favorite artists, y'all. We met a few years back ago, and I absolutely love all of his music, especially his song called Peace. And he'll be joining us, hopefully, by the grace of God, in Atlanta for our annual jazz concert this year, 2024. But we're so happy to have you all from Baltimore, Maryland. Mr. Micah Smith, welcome to the show. What's going on?
Oh, man. Yeah. Wow. Well, thank you for inviting me, to the concert and for inviting me to Atlanta and on your show today. This is really great. I'm excited to just share music, and life and love. So thanks for having me. Yeah.
Yes, yes. We're so glad to have you. So before we begin, some of our audience wants to know who is Micah Smith and what makes your passion for music so great?
Wow. Well, I enjoy a good melody. I think sound as a frequency is probably one of my favorite senses to use, if you will. Just really attracted to organized sound, if you will, which is the definition of music. And so I've been a multi-instrumentalist for so many years, and I've had the opportunity to just play and sing and experience. And so, yeah, it's become passionate because it's been the thing to, it's been like the go-to. It's been the rescue, if you will. Music has always been the friend that nobody can be,
Wow.
and so, yeah, so I appreciate, what it does for me and then what I can do to, help and heal others through the art that I create. So, yeah. That's music for me, at least.
Yes. Yes, I love that. I love that. And your music definitely empowers so many through your many projects you do with the youth and everyone in the city of Baltimore. With that being said, I want you to share with us one of your favorite projects that you were able to accomplish within the past few years.
Wow, in the past few years, I'm excited that I've been a part of um, the Douglas Memorial Experience, um, and Douglas Memorial because I've been able to learn so much about film, music, and media, and their use together as we've created broadcasts that have aired both online and radio every week. So it's been a great experience because it's also taught me a lot about even leadership. I've gone through this path of learning to be the better version of me, to help others. I've spent so many years as an educator, and so and that's been great too. That's actually led me to what's going to be the next path for me, and as just being in the classroom. But yeah, I'm really grateful for the Douglas experience. I've had so many Douglases in my life. I used to teach at a Douglas high school, and now I'm at Douglas Memorial, which is a church, you know. So yeah, that's the experience I'm very grateful for right now. Yeah, it's been a very really good blessing for me. So
That is so amazing. And I think that, being a former teacher myself, keeping the arts in school is so important to the youth because it sows that seed to inspire them, to develop that gift of music that can touch the world. It just takes one song, one lyric to really empower someone. So that is absolutely amazing. And we just definitely commend you for that. Your great works in the city of Baltimore. So that being said, tell us more about Micah Smith. Who is Micah Smith? How was it growing up? Your upbringing. The cadence of your artistry. Tell us more about you and your foundation.
wow, I up. Uh, uh, I grew up really sheltered. I grew up really sheltered as a child, because my mom cared, right?
Mhm.
And so she was very, very much overprotective. My dad was complete opposite. Not that he didn't care, he just didn't care as much as mom did. But so I spent a lot of time with mom, and because I spent a lot of time with mom, I spent a lot of time in church. And
Awesome.
yeah, I went to a really small church actually, and that small church um, was founded by an older gentleman. He was an old man who would evangelize. And one day when I was in my mom's stomach, she said that he prophesied that I would be able to play any instrument I put my
Wow.
hands on. And so my family just became believers in that, and they allowed me to play everything. And so, when I was a kid, I wanted to play drums, and then the 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 keyboard player would have to go to work, so I wanted to play keyboard, and the bass player would shout, "I want to play bass." But really, in
Wow.
school, I really wanted to play saxophone when I was in school. So my parents, when I was younger, bought me a saxophone, and I would play
Oh,
that,
wow.
yeah, as a young kid, and then from there, I would. That's actually how I learned how to read music. Got to high
Interesting.
Yeah, got to like high school. I went from elementary to middle school playing, and in middle school, my middle school teacher, whose birthday was just like 3 days ago, Dr. Gilliam Richards, she allowed me to compose, and so I would compose like big band stuff for my middle school orchestra, if you will.
Wow.
But in high school, the band teacher, he had a different energy. He didn't have her energy, so. Um, I went to choir, and I wanted to play drums because that's what I was doing in my church or my school.
Hmm.
I was playing drums, but they were like, "No, you're a singer." That's what they told me. Yeah, I wanted to play keys because that's what I did at church. No, you're a singer. So I ended up doing that. I ended up singing because that's what they told me I was supposed to do.
Multi-talented. Y'all, we have with us tonight Micah Smith, all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. Such an amazing talent, man of God, with many talents, with music and singing and so much more. We're so glad to have you. Thank y'all for tuning in here tonight at theblock105.com. So with that being said, Micah, that is amazing. And it makes sense to how you're so gifted in so many different types of instruments. Like he can play everything, and that's a great gift to have. With that, what are some of your projects that you're looking to release this year, um, and to share with the world?
Oh wow! Well, I've been mixing a project with Morgan Turner for a few months now. We actually started it back in April of last year, and um, and so I would love to get that project out to everyone.
Okay.
Um, it hasn't taken priority because there's so much going on. I'm also working with the Singing Sensations, which is
Wow.
um, a group of youth in Baltimore who are amazing at amazing singers, and they've traveled internationally. They've been all around the world, Africa. They just went to Argentina. They're going to Paris this year, and so I would love to produce their album. We've been talking about that for a few years now, and so Dr. Mincy wants to do that. I'm also working with Danton Whitley and a few other producers locally on the East
Wow.
Coast as we produce a project for a church organization that has been looking to do something innovative. So that's been great. You know, we're working on it. We're trying to make it make sense. And yeah, I've also been I've been working with a few other people who probably don't want to expose all that they're doing. But I
Mhm.
will say that Daryl Woodson and I just did a project that's supposed to release really soon as well. We did
Okay.
some work together. He's an amazing organist.
Hmm.
I mean, there's work all around, especially recording, and but my focus right now, honestly, is more on the youth. We've got to do something that's impactful, that
Beautiful.
resonates with our youth and keeps them hopeful. So
Yes.
I'm hoping that I can do that, and then also keep the legacy of music that we've loved for years alive. That's been a
Yes.
good drive for me because last year I was in three bands last year, you know, and
Wow.
it was
Wow.
really nice. They were really cool. They're awesome. But I know that my purpose and destiny has a lot more to do with the things I've had to experience that I couldn't change on a level where I was as a music teacher, for
Wow.
example. You
Yeah.
know, I've been in the classroom for a long time. It's been great, been cool,
Yeah.
but I didn't have the impact that I wanted to with the youth there. And I know that what I'm working on now will do more of that. So that's a project where I'll just be partnering with schools all around the world. I'm hoping to do that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Absolutely
So,
amazing.
all right.
I absolutely am so proud of you, with all that you're doing. It's just absolutely amazing. Um, Now, I do want to have you do something, Micah. You already know this. So, y'all, Micah is such a talented artist. If you just joined in, hit theblock105.com. It's an Inspiration with Rose, and we're interviewing Micah Spence from Baltimore, Maryland, who'll be joining us in Atlanta by the grace of God this year for our annual jazz concert. And also, he has so many different projects in the works to reach not only his community, but the youth. Y'all give it up for that because it is so important that our youth have the foundation to share their gifts and talents. Now, you know, one of my favorite songs is Peace. Can you give us a little snippet of Peace?
Peace, peace, forever in me. When things seem hard, I need my peace. Peace of mind, peace in my heart. Oh, 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 oh Lord, peace in
yes. One of my favorite songs. Absolutely amazing. Micah, we're so happy to have you tonight. You're such an amazing artist. We thank you for your obedience and your passion that you had that God has given you through that prophetic word from your youth. May you continue to thrive and strive in your calling. And lastly, how can we find Micah Smith? Online? What's your website, your social media? Talk to us. Let the audience know how they can get some of that great music.
Oh yeah, well I have a link tree which ends with Sing Micah. You can also check out the website at singmicah.com. I'm on Instagram, and the link tree is available through IG. You can find me on IG at Micah Land. That's MicahLand. Micah Land.
Awesome.
That's right. And so I would love to share more art. It's always music to share.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you
Thanks for
so
having me.
much. Y'all, thank y'all so much for tonight. Now, after the interview, you're going to hear some music straight from Micah Smith here at the block105.com. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Mr. Micah.
All right.
We thank God for you. You make the difference. Continue to strive. Continue to shine your light, to sing, to write, to empower. We need more of you. We appreciate you. God bless you. Thank y'all for joining us tonight here at the block105.com. Stay tuned for more music by the talented Micah Smith. God bless you.
Have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.